Mhm. Now, did you ever find it maybe frustrating to see that you wanted people to be at a certain level and they weren't ready for that? Like, was there that element of frustration at the beginning too?
Absolutely. And you know what? I suppose you're always looking for results. You think, I'm working with somebody, I'm telling them, okay, this is what we're going to do. You want to go here, and this is the structure of how we're going to get there. And I think as a young coach, and as I was coming up, I got frustrated at why aren't they doing the steps I asked them? Why aren't they eating why aren't they improving their diet the way I'm trying to coach them? And you kind of get a little bit frustrated there, because you expect the person to do it, because that's what I would have done if the coach said to me, you need to train 5 times a week, no problem, done. And that took a little bit, but I think a guy in the car sales world, which is funny, that I was mentored by for a good few years, the one thing he said to me, and in that sense was, and this is a customer coming in, and maybe I didn't sell the car, and I was like, oh my God, I should have sold it. He said to me, you can't put your hands around the world. And I thought that was very powerful. And when it comes to people, as a coach, you cannot help everyone. Certain people will gel, certain people you'll just get it right. You'll get the formula, you'll get the right flow, and then suddenly the results start happening for that person. They get inspired, they get motivated, they work harder, they're moving towards their goal. But again, we can't put our hands around the world, meaning we can't help everybody, and not every client that comes to us we will be successful with. So I think over time I learned that. And I also learned as well that when I did a consultation with somebody, and I did this previously 2 weeks ago, somebody came to me for a photo shoot prep. We discussed it, we started the prep, we were two weeks into it, and just on background markers and just looking at what was happening in the background, stress, sleep, all that stuff, brought the client back in, had a conversation. So this time in your life at this particular time is not the right time for the goal you want. We discussed it, and in an open conversation, and both decided next year's better. Do you know, that's something I wouldn't have done as a young coach. I would have just said, no, photo shoot, get him ready, train him hard, diet him hard, get him in front of a camera, where really have learned to say, okay, no, it's not the right time for that client. Looking at the client themselves and really caring about them and saying, you know what, this is not the time to push. Let's back off, allow things in the background to sort themselves out, and then go for your thing. So I think that analogy of you can't put your hands around the world is very powerful. And I've kept that in my head since the last 15 years. You can try to help as many people as possible, and my coaches do as well. But sometimes the client is not the fit for the coach, and somebody else will do a fantastic job with them, you know?